Hi everyone, I'm Lori. I'm here at the Nashville Hootenanny and I'm with Logan Lind.
Yep.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
That is correct.
Spell Lind for me.
L-I-N-D.
So just like you would think.
Yeah, only it's actually a shortened version of my whole name, which is Lindvigsmoen.
It's what?
Lindvigsmoen.
Lindvigsmoen.
Yeah.
Now, where is that originated from?
I'm a half Norwegian-American hybrid.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, it's actually a valley. It describes the valley in Norway where my family came from, but for commercial reasons, Lind makes a whole lot more sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's why you've got those amazing blue eyes.
Oh, thanks.
It's that Nordic blood.
That would be Dad.
So go ahead and tell us where you're from, though. Where'd you grow up?
Well, I was born in Norway, but then very early on, my parents moved to the South here in the United States, and kind of moved around Texas and such, and then we ended up in Arkansas. And through that, I got a lot of Johnny Cash influence, a lot of different bands just growing up who kind of just inspired me. It was kind of cool. I wasn't really interested in guitar, but I had a neighbor right across the street from me who used to be a lead guitar player from Merle Haggard.
Oh, awesome.
I know, it was just really cool.
I bet he could tell some stories.
Oh, yeah, it was always cool because I could see his TV on, the kind of the blue light all night long, because, you know, he was still used to that mentality, play all night, sleep during the day.
Right.
You know? And his name was Jack Collier. He passed away a few years back, but
Now, did you say he taught you how to play guitar?
he taught me my first 3 chords, and after that, he just told me, he gave me some advice. He said, play till your fingers bleed. And I did, and I was, I think, 12 at the time. And
wow.
So
at 12 years old, when your fingers started bleeding, how did you not just want to say, oh, forget that, I'm not playing guitar
Well,
anymore?
I almost did. I actually dropped it for, not because of that reason, but I dropped it for several years. And then I was just kind of hanging out with some friends, and they kind of invited me to this, like, really intimate living room kind of Bible study thing, and they were passing a guitar around. And it was just kind of cool, just that freedom of, hey, here's a guitar, play something, you know, and I just wanted to be that guy that could pass
What did you play?
to.
Do you remember?
When they did that, it was probably something like Trade in My Sorrows or something. It had nothing really into what it stylistically was morphed into, but it was just kind of cool just being able to play along, and people started singing along, and you felt that kind of sense of...
So that's when you're like, hey, this is pretty cool. Maybe I need to start doing this more often.
Yeah, and one day I had a notebook, and I was just messing with it. I came up with a chord configuration. I wasn't really even thinking of anything at the time, and I just started singing whatever popped into my head, and it turned into a song. And I wasn't like, wow, you know, the heavens opened up, and, you know, this is what my calling is. But I played it for some friends, and they were like, man, that's a song, you know. And so I started writing another one, and I think it was like either a year or 2 years after that, a guy picked me up and said, hey man, I got a studio, you know, just let's lay down some tracks, just have fun. And so at 17, I recorded. At 17? 17, I recorded my first CD. And I don't know, that almost seems old by Nashville standards, though. So many people come in here and they're like, boom, 14.
I mean, the talent these days is ridiculous amongst the young people.
Yeah.
It's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent in this town. You included in that. You're not a teenager anymore, right?
No, I'm 23.
Okay,
actually,
there you go. So, how would you describe your music, Logan?
Folk blues with a Scandinavian flair. Just kind of just that, being raised with Norwegian folk music, and then you add southern rhythm and blues, and you get kind of this cool, I don't know, something that kind of ticked in my head.
So it has to be something totally unique.
Yeah, I've never been kind of like, I wanted to sing just this genre because it's popular, or this, you know, or kind of do something because it's kind of an accepted way of doing it. And so if I can take something and kind of put a spin on it, then that's what kind of makes my head spin a bit.
Someone's knocking on the door.
I know.
What was the first song you ever learned to play?
First song.
For real, not just 3 chords.
Okay, for real. Oh, you know,
Okay, let me back up. What kind of music do you listen to?
What I listen to? Okay, I listen to a lot of Johnny Cash. I listen to a lot of me see here. Okay, Katie Tunstall. I love Katie Tunstall, her stuff. And I've recently gotten into a guy named C6 Steve in the UK, and he's kind of a blues player. And so kind of add that dynamic, and then, well, recently I've been really getting into the Civil Wars. And I actually saw they were playing at the Ryman today.
Oh yeah, they're really good.
Brigham Companion, and man, that stuff blew me away.
They're really good. Now, do you play out around Nashville anywhere that we might be able to check you out?
This is only my second time to Nashville.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I spend most of my time in Arkansas. I'm branching out. It's, you know, kind of that
Dude, you
thing.
need to move to Nashville.
I've
I
had
mean, you've
several
got two
people,
guitars on the floor,
There-
so we know you can play.
Well,
You'd fit in well.
I have fun. But yeah, I have several friends. I kind of split my time between Arkansas and Fort Collins, Colorado.
Okay.
And some friends out there, just really talented group, they kind of came down to Nashville and really got into that scene. And so I hear all the cool stories, and I've met so many people from Nashville, and they're always so warm and awesome. And so, you know, I had an opportunity fall of last year to come up here, and went to a Tom Jackson conference. I don't know if you've heard of him, but
I haven't. But that doesn't mean anything.
oh yeah, Taylor Swift's vocal coach.
Oh, Taylor Swift's vocal coach.
No, performance coach. I'm
How
sorry.
could I not know that? Do you like Taylor
I did.
Swift? Do you like her music?
I respect that she writes her own songs. That's
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
All right. So.
I mean, yeah, she's talented. She's very talented, and she's, you know, she's got what it takes to be big.
And she's a songwriter, so you have,
there
like
you
you
go.
said, you have to respect that. If you could have dinner with anyone and pick their brain per se, who would that be? Alive, dead,
Musically, or just anybody?
just anyone.
C.S. Lewis.
Cool.
Yeah. That would be a trip.
Okay, now musically, who would you pick?
Oh, no, that one's tough.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
No, probably not Stevie. Maybe, kind of where my head is right now, would probably be Tom Petty.
I love Tom
Yeah.
Petty.
Because, I don't know, I was just listening to some of his stuff, and also I watched a documentary on him, and just some of how real he was in certain circumstances, because the music business can be crazy, you know, and yet he's really kept his integrity in it, and really made a name for himself. So.
And continues to do
Still,
well.
oh yeah, and the guy still rocks, you know, he's got
Yeah.
that twinkle in his eye.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Cool. So if someone saw your performance on the live stream and wanted to find out more about you, how might they do so?
Okay, they could go, well, there's a couple ways. They could go to music.loganlind.com.
Okay, say that again. Music.
Music.loganlind.com. You can see shows and bio music, all that great stuff. Or they could go to, my music is on Amazon.com and
Okay.
iTunes
Okay.
and CD Baby. Just type in Logan Lind. I'm currently working on a new CD. So actually what we played tonight was 2 tracks off of what's going to be on that CD. So yeah, looking forward to being able to
Great.
kind of do that.
I'm not kidding. The eyes are so pretty. They're mesmerizing, ladies. So I'm sure that you're going to have a huge female fan base, for sure.
Gee, thanks.
And male too. And male too. But you know, blue eyes like that never hurt anyone.
Well,
So
I appreciate it.
thank you for bringing them to the Nashville Hootenanny tonight and playing
Thanks for having
your
me.
songs and singing for us. And please come back.
Hope to.
Okay.
Love to.
Thanks.